The Sandman is out on Netflix. You should go watch it. I know it's been out for a week. This review is kind of late, but I was going to post it on Thursday and I completely forgot. So if anyone was waiting, I highly doubt there was, but I apologize. This show is pretty fucking great. I only have one gripe with it, but I'll talk about that near the end of the video. I want to talk about everything I loved about this show. The acting from mostly everyone is great, especially the main character. He is amazing. When I saw the dude who they casted to play Dream, I was like, it kind of looks like a doofus. He doesn't really fit the part. But man, was I wrong. The opening scene of the very first episode is beautiful. He gives a really good narration. His voice is so dark and graspy, and I love it. I love his presence. Every scene he is in, I just wanted more, because sometimes there is a bit of side plot stuff that doesn't go down too well near the end of the show. But for the most part, he's in a lot of it, and when he's in it, man, it is phenomenal. It's like seeing Heath Ledger's Joker for like the very first time. This guy needs a bit more recognition than he's getting, because I hear a lot of people talking about the show, but I really don't hear a lot of people talking about his performance, which is a bummer because he nailed it. He fucking killed it. The villains in this are pretty good, I think. There's kind of two acts to this movie, and if you have seen the show, you'll know who the first villain is. And John is a really good villain, really well done. I wish he was in the show more, but he kind of gets killed off in a way near the middle of the show. And then we have another villain, kind of forget his name, and then we have the devil, Lucifer herself. Yes, they made Lucifer into a girl. There's a couple of, race swapping characters, all that, making people black that were white in the comics. That I don't care about. What I get mad about is when they were supposed to have like the guy version of Constantine, and then we have the girl, and I didn't like her, so that was kind of a bummer. But it didn't ruin the show for me, because she was only in like 1 or 2 episodes and then she was gone. So that wasn't a overall negative thing to say. It was just kind of whatever. It went away after a while. But the devil, Lucifer herself, I really liked her performance. I saw a set photo of her in her costume again before the show even came out, and I was skeptical. They didn't have any negative thoughts. I was just curious how it was going to turn out, and it was pretty fucking good. Her acting is really good. My favorite episode in this whole show is probably when Dream goes to hell. That whole episode, the atmosphere, they just nail it with the tone and the music. It is beautiful. When this show gets dark, it gets fucking dark, and I just, I don't want to keep repeating myself, but I absolutely loved it. And like I said, performance-wise, everything's pretty good. Most of the episodes are good. There's a couple episodes in here that could have done way better and just changed the story. And that's the only gripe I have with this show, is how it ends. And I think there's 10 episodes, and episode 8, 9, and 10 really, really dropped the ball with the show. It didn't pay off good at the end whatsoever. It was a really anticlimactic ending. Like, literally nothing happens, which I don't mind when movies and shows do this, but you gotta give us something to look forward to if you want to do a third act that's not a big fight or, something to entertain us. This was a lot of build up for the next season, which I didn't mind, but the way they did it, I didn't really find an interest in it like I did in the first half of the show. The first half of the show is like A+. Like, I loved it. I loved every episode. But the second half, I would give it like a C. Like, it was pretty disappointing. We didn't get any cool big fight scenes or anything. There's still a villain that's alive. I don't know what they're going to do with the second season. I don't know if they even announced it yet. So, overall, the Sandman is definitely worth your time. If I don't like the second act, you still might like it. So, don't let my opinion bother you. Just go watch it. The show is beautiful. It's weird because sometimes it does look like a cheap TV show the way it's edited, but for the most part, it looks really nice. Really, really nice. And I just hats off to the VFX team and everyone that was involved. Sometimes Netflix shows just look like complete garbage. And like I said, when they go to hell, man, that was probably the most realistic depiction I've ever seen anyone do without making it feel like it's in another world. It felt legit. It felt real. It was creepy. All around great stuff. And overall, I would probably give this first season 7 or 8 out of 10. If the climax, like the third act, actually paid off good, this first season could have been insane. But they really dropped the ball, unfortunately, and it kind of hurts this season in a way, but not the whole show, just in case they make another season. So let me know in the commentos what you amigos think of the Sandman, and if you liked it or not. And if you haven't seen it, fucking go watch it.